I really hope this video is gonna work out. So why am I refilling my ink cartridges? My ink ran out and my first thought was to buy new ones and then recycle the old ones. But the more I looked into it, the more it just doesn't seem very eco. Canon don't specify exactly how much the cartridge is recycled and how much is sent to landfill. And you can't send any fakes, which I love. You have to send it in one of their envelopes, which is bound to be made of plastic. And then also buying a new one would just mean virgin plastic cartridge in virgin plastic packaging. So the more I looked into it, the more I just thought there's got to be a better way. Hopefully I have found that better way. I found a YouTube video on how to inject ink back into your cartridges and essentially make them reusable. And because I'm really sad, it made me really excited. It isn't completely waste-free. I had to buy the ink. I found that secondhand, which I was dead happy with. And I had to buy a syringe. I did look for a secondhand syringe, but funnily enough, there aren't that many on the internet. I looked for recycled, didn't really exist. The best I could find was a metal one, but I wasn't happy. It arrived in a ton of styrofoam. Wouldn't recommend, can't advise how to get around that. But reusing is always better than recycling, so I really hope this works. If it does, this is gonna be like the biggest revelation ever. I'm gonna be so happy. Step 1, take off the label. That came off really nicely compared to the one in the video. Step 2 is definitely gonna have to be done. Step 2 was to increase the size of the holes, because this is the size of my syringe, and these are the size of the holes. They are so tiny. So let me go grab a drill. I'm nervous. I feel like, because not all of these are completely dead, so I feel like if I drill it, there could be like a little ink explosion of everything coming out. Also, I have no idea if this is the size he recommends, but that is as small as I'm gonna be able to go. I feel so unqualified to do this. Why is nothing happening? Maybe I've got the wrong type. That's much better. That's one that's made for tiles and glass. Oh, I did it! Ah! I was just about to say, what if I go all the way through? Here we go! Mine's much bigger than theirs, but that's the before and the after. Ooh, I dyed it. So if you don't have a drill, I don't know if you could borrow one or even rent one, or maybe there's a way around it. Maybe you could tap it with something. I don't know, but I feel like the hole is essential, but maybe the drill isn't. If you don't have one, maybe you can get around it. I've made the prettiest little print on the towel. That's adorable. It's a dog towel, it's fine. Sorry, Jamie. You're a rainbow boy now. It's art, guys. I'm making art. First, magenta. My syringe isn't gonna go that far down. How do I get you out? I'm literally just like stabbing it in the top, turning it upside down, pulling it out as quickly as I can and hoping it doesn't spill. Oh no. I'm not really injecting it, I'm more just sort of like spraying it on there and then stabbing it in. Oh, it's a good job I like the colour pink, because that is not coming out. Oh my god, it's on the wall. How well does printer ink come out of paint? Oh, pretty well. I didn't want to have to do this, but it's looking like it's necessary. So, the guy who sent me his secondhand inks also gave me these secondhand needles, secondhand syringes and needles. And I was really gutted because they're single-use plastic, covered in plastic, but also I didn't even know they were coming with the order. So I'd already ordered this metal syringe because it wasn't listed on the ad as including these. So when they came, I was like, oh, that's really annoying. But I really struggled to find secondhand syringes, so I can be the secondhand syringe seller. So I was just gonna sell them and not use them. But clearly, I need the needle. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe attach the needle to my metal one. Like a dream. Okay, if you're doing this, 100% essential, buy a needle. Oh, this looks more serious. Cool, so I can still sell all the rest, or donate, or give away, or whatever, the rest of that secondhand. Oh, there's more ink on the table. Oh, that is so much easier. How do I know when it's full? Can I overfill it? It's a lot more than they said to put in it. Okay, it's full. That stain is never coming out of that cloth, but it's okay, it's a cute colour. Oh no, I'm not very good at this. It's so funny that at the start of this I was like, should I put down a towel? I mean, it's probably not gonna make a mess, but just in case. 5 minutes later, wiping ink off the walls. Also, I've just washed my hands and I don't think this is coming out, but I'm sort of feeling the rainbow vibes. But if you're not, which is completely fair enough, then you don't have to get those single-use plastic gloves. You can just use like normal rubber gloves and then have pretty rainbow normal gloves. Okay, let's do blue. Hopefully there's not gonna be an explosion this time. 3 milliliters. A needle makes life so much easier. This is amazing. Guess I'm just gonna put in more till it overflows. I am so glad that guy sent those needles now. What would I have done without it? Oh, there it is. I can like suction it out. I'm having the best time ever. This is so fun. I'm literally just refilling a cartridge. What a child. Go wash my needle very, 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 very well before I move on to yellow. I just had a really nice little idea. While I was spraying the water out, it came out like a beautiful, really vibrant blue on the first, like, so I think it might be worth, I've already done the pink and the blue, it's too late now, but with the yellow, I might get a little jar and save that first, like, thing and see if I could use it for like paint or art or just something. It seems like such a waste to just pour it down the drain. Okay, last one. I think maybe that one was already full. Maybe that one hadn't run out. See if I can suck it back in. Ah, no. Let me get some back in there. Is it actually full? I'm gonna try again. Maybe I just put in too much too fast. I don't know what's going on in there. I assume it's like a sponge. So maybe I just went against the sponge really fast and it all flew back out at me. Oh, there it is. Oh, let's see if I can like suck out the excess. And then there's no spill! Oh my god. Yay. Just show you what I meant about the paint. Suck up a bit of water. Look how pretty! That would have gone down the drain. I have no idea what I'm gonna use it for. And do I add more and dilute it? Or is that already pretty weak? I'm gonna add a little bit more. Oh yeah, okay, I think that was worth it. I'm gonna leave it there. It looks like I'm a hoarder, keeping jars of my own pee. But I have got a fancy dress coming up where I really want black paint and I cannot find any black paint. Not plastic based or like not effective. Like you can get like black watercolor that isn't plastic based, but then it's like not great for making a costume. You really need like acrylic or something plastic. So if I refill the black cartridge, which I don't have to, so I won't for now, but I can put the excess in a jar and use it for my crafting. It's exciting. Oh yay. I didn't know I was gonna do that. So next step, they used a super plasticky, hardcore looking bit of tape. I'm gonna try with some recycled brown, super eco non-plastic tape. If it doesn't work, I do have some electrical tape that I could use, but I'm just gonna try. Let's see if we can get away with it. Oh, I've just spotted some pink ink over there. Just get that up. I so hope this works. If this works, this is gonna be like the best day ever. This will have avoided so much plastic. If it works. Please, please, God, work. Look at my fingers. They look amazing. The next step is to put it back in your printer and run a cleaning cycle 2 or 3 times, which is what my printer's doing right now. I cannot wait for the results. So yeah, oh my God, it seemed to work. Needle necessary, gloves recommended. If you're not quite sure how to change the ink on your exact cartridge, the internet is there, it is fast, it will probably have the information. Yeah, I'll include a load of resources below. It should be nice and easy for you. It was nice and easy for me, other than the pink explosion. I had the best time ever. put down a towel, that's necessary. Actually, this sticker came off really nicely. I don't know if I could have just put that back on. Maybe I didn't even need the tape. Oh my God, I'm not gonna lie, for this next step, you're gonna have to get to know your printer a little bit. Google the make and model. The Canon website was actually really good in explaining it all, so it wasn't the biggest deal. But I literally had to keep notes of everything I had to do because it was so hardcore. So first, I had to do 2 printer head cleans. Don't know what that is, but I did it. Then I printed the nozzle check, which is like this little check thing. And I was like, oh, that's not so bad. Like, okay, the blue's a bit fucked, but the rest is good. So I was like, okay, I think I just need a deep clean and then it'll all be fine. Then I did the deep clean, then I printed this, went into full panic mode, like, oh my God, I've ruined my printer. I don't have a video to put out. This is the worst thing in the world. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Took some deep breaths, then just was like, okay, well, I'll just clean it again, a normal clean. Sort of brought it back to life. Now I'm getting really excited. Then I did another clean. It's perfect. The perfect nozzle check. I didn't even know what that was 10 minutes ago, and now I do. Don't worry about this big old pile of paper because I love taking real life notes, and I will use this as scrap paper. I'm happy with this. So yeah, I did it. So, recommendations are, don't go straight into printing that old nozzle or whatever your printer will call it, whatever their printout check is. I would definitely recommend doing 3 normal head cleans just before you even think about it. Then print it out, then avoid that deep clean, it screwed me over. Just keep on doing like the normal cleans. And oh my God, I don't think my printer has ever printed this nicely. I've had it since I was 15 and I've never done a printer head clean. So this is looking crisp. I'm so happy it worked. This is proof of how much capitalistic bullshit we're sold. Like the idea that when your printer runs out of ink, you have to buy a whole new cartridge in a plastic packaging and ship it over, and it costs so much. And it's like, oh my God, you could just refill it. Why does nobody, you could just refill it. And obviously nobody tells you this because then they're missing out on a huge source of like reliable repeat business. But it's like, this has broken my mind. How many other things am I doing? How many other things am I just mindlessly buying again and again and again? This is amazing. This printer ink has changed my life. Having an existential crisis over printer ink over here. Okay, well, that's it for this week. I am so happy. This may have been the most boring video in the world to watch, but I loved making it so much. And I cannot wait to find other little tips and tricks to just avoid the daily consumerism. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you're here. I am brand new to YouTube, so if you could subscribe, I would love it so much. And that's it. See you next week. Bye.